Christmas Day, you're ready to make some money betting the NBA. Auntie trying to come in and change the channel, put on some Hallmark movie.
Auntie, chill!
How do you successfully handicap NBA Christmas Day so this way you can make some money? What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living, and I'm super excited to be back with another betting video for you where I want to help you make money on this NBA Christmas Day. Now listen, you probably got some amazing gifts and you're trying to figure out, how can I make that coin back? I just bought my mama something. I just bought my girlfriend something. So now you got to figure out a way for you to make that coin back, and I got you inside of this video. Because NBA Christmas Day is one of the best ways to make cash, run it up, and get to an extra bag. I also, and you guys know I'm not a parlay bettor, I take a little parlay as well inside of there too. That's how much I love betting NBA Christmas Day. But I want to give you guys a few tips that might help you when you go about this day that has 5-6 different games on it, so this way you can be successful. The first thing that you got to do, and I made a previous video on this, so I need you to check out that video where I talked about the best way for you to successfully handicap the NBA season. That video is going to also help you out with handicapping Christmas Day, but you got to do this really anytime you're betting NBA. You got to check the injury report. I'm not going to dive into all the details of why you got to check the injury report. Again, watch that video where I talk about that, but this is the thing. Christmas Day is no different than any other day. You might have some stars who are going to push it, so this way they can get involved in the action, so this way they can play. But there are going to be some stars who are just not going to make it into the lineups because they're hurt. Right now, I've been looking at the injury report. AD is questionable to play on Christmas Day. Steph Curry just suffered a shoulder injury. He might not play. I heard there's a chance that Andrew Wiggins still might be out. Klay Thompson might not even be able to go for the Warriors. I know that Chris Middleton is still on injury management coming back from the Bucks. So there's so many different injuries going on right now in the NBA that your favorite stars, some of those guys that are going to make your bet a little bit more confident and give you a little bit more conviction, they might not even step foot on the hardwood. So wait until Christmas Eve, wait until even Christmas morning, wait till you see some of the lineups, who's going to get some action, who's going to play and who's not, because that's really going to help influence the bet that you take and whether you can get a better or cheaper price, especially on the spread. Now, after you've checked the injury report and you know what kind of the projected lineups are going to look like, what you need to do is look for some incentivized bets. And what do I mean by incentivized bets? It's Christmas Day. These are the only teams that are playing. There's really no other sports that have games going on. Even though Christmas is on a Sunday this year, I don't think there's that many NFL games. I think they moved a lot of games to Christmas Eve this year. And then also there might be a few college tournament games, but there's not a whole lot of action on Christmas Day besides the NBA. This is like Thanksgiving in the NFL. This is the NBA's day. The teams that are playing on Christmas Day are marquee matchups. They're headline teams, and everybody wants to watch these games. Guess what? There are going to be some superstars who are incentivized to play really well. One matchup that I'm really looking at on Christmas Day to see how it plays out is the Warriors and the Grizzlies. Now, I doubt Stephen Curry gets to go because of the shoulder injury, but what I'm really going to be paying attention to is Ja Morant. Why? Because he's going to be hyped up. He's going to be incentivized. After their playoff loss last year to the Warriors, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, they were going back on Twitter with Ja Morant, and they were trash talking a little bit, and they said, wait for Christmas. The NBA scheduled this game on Christmas because they knew this was the game people wanted to see. Unfortunately, we've had some injuries that might take away from the dynamic of the game. I don't even know if Desmond Bane is going to be back, right? I told you Wiggins still might be out in this matchup, but I guarantee you this. If Ja plays, Ja's going to be hyped.
Morant blows by Primo. Attack!
Petey, I thought we seen it.
Ja's going to be ready to go, and Ja is not going to let us down. Ja's one of the best superstars when it comes down to entertainment value and stepping up to the plate in big-time positions, especially when fans are in watching and on prime time. And I expect this NBA Christmas Day matchup to be no different. So what I might do is I might take a look and see what does the books open up Ja Morant's points at, what they open up his assists at, and what they open his PRAs up at. That's PRAs, points, rebound, and assists. I want to see what line they have because I guarantee you Ja's going to come out incentivized and ready to go. I'm also going to look at Klay Thompson as well, because if he's able to go, again, they were trash talking on Twitter in the offseason. They're going to be up, ready to go, ready to get after it. And there are a few other matchups as well on Christmas Day where you can expect to see the same type of intensity. The Bucks are playing the Celtics. That's an Eastern Conference Final preview, in my opinion. And to see Giannis go against Tatum and Brown, that's going to be a great matchup, especially if Middleton can go. I heard Joe Ingles might be back for Christmas Day. So this Bucks team, this Celtics team, if you want to watch a really good game that might be an Eastern Conference Finals preview, again, this is another team that where might be some incentivized superstars where you can see Giannis go crazy, where you can see Tatum might go for 30 points. And that might give you the opportunity to find some really good prop bets on these superstars. All right. So you check the injury report, you've checked some of the tweets and some of the news, and you see who's hype, who's not, who's playing, who's ready, eager, ready to go. Maybe somebody off the bench is getting a little bit more minutes, so you find a prop opportunity that you might like. But this is another thing that I need you to do, okay? I need you to make sure that you go inside Christmas Day with a certain amount that you're willing to risk and a certain amount that you're willing to lose. Don't chase and don't over leverage. There are games that are going to literally be starting at 11 o'clock in the morning, and it's going to go for 12 hours straight all the way through 11 p.m. There's going to be a ton of opportunities, and this is a unique Christmas because we've got NFL on that Sunday as well. Like I mentioned before, there might be a few college basketball games in there. So there's going to be plenty of opportunities for you to bet. And that because you're going to be home all day, because you might be fellowshipping with friends and family, you might have a few drinks. I need you to make sure that your mental clarity is clear before you even take any of the bets. Christmas Eve, if you get too sauced and you wake up a little bit hungover, listen, make sure you're still doing your research. Make sure you're still going through your process. Make sure you still have all your faculties at 100% before you go in and do anything dumb. Holidays, Christmas time, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, these are all times that people take risky bets. They over leverage and they wake up pissed the next day or 2 days later because they blew their account because they wanted to have too much fun on one day. So if you were going into this Christmas Day, give yourself an amount that you're willing to risk. And if you lose it all, you're okay with losing it all. Now, that's not our goal. We're not going to lose bets. And I'm going to put out some winning bets inside the Telegram on Christmas Day. So make sure you're inside the Telegram. Links below. So this way I can help you get some winners on Christmas Day. But we're not going to lose money. But if by the chance that we just do, make sure that you are not over leveraging and then you're not risking more than that you can afford to lose, especially getting your bankroll to a point where you look back at it and you're going to be pissed off because you took some dumb bets. The last thing I want to tell you about betting on Christmas Day and on holidays in general is not just besides over leveraging, checking the injury report, looking for what stars are hyped and ready to go, but this. Don't be a Grinch.
And now, grinned the Grinch. I stuff up the tree.
And what I mean by that, Christmas is a happy time. It's a fellowship time. Spend time with friends and family. Don't be in front of the TV screen all day being mad at the world because you're losing bets, okay? If you're mad because you're losing bets, stop betting and go have you a drink or something so this way you can take the edge off and you can enjoy time with your family. If you want to bet and you can't control yourself, then maybe go inside of another room where that bet hits or misses and you can collect your thoughts and then fellowship with everybody else. Don't bring your betting to the party. Okay? Now, if everybody in the house has got a parlay that's pending and that thing hits, by all means, let's all celebrate. Let's all go crazy. Let's all have a great time, right? But there's so many times that I see in holiday time that we'll all be huddled around the TV watching the game, and I know who that one person is in the room who took a bet and that thing is losing. Because all of a sudden their attitude changed, they're snappy at people, they're short-winded, they're not really talking, they're in the corner slouched off like a little Grinch, all right? You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. That's a part of the day. But that's why I gave you the tip before this, to make sure that you know how much you're willing to risk. So this way your emotions are not completely tied whether you win or you lose. It's always going to be a great day if Santa blesses us, if the NBA gods bless us, the sports gods bless us, and we make some cash. But also at the same time, if by the chance that we do lose, don't let this affect your day to where you're an entire Grinch and then that ruins the entire Christmas for everybody else who's in attendance. All right, guys? There's a ton of opportunities. There's a ton of games. Make sure you're planning out your slots. Make sure you're checking the injury reports. Make sure you're not over leveraging. Make sure you're checking out the superstars who are incentivized to play and who really have something riding on this, especially in the NFL, because now playoff implications are coming into place as well. And for you, make sure that you don't get to the point where you've bet too much or where you've been over leveraging, where now you're upset at the world or you're upset at Christmas, you're upset at your family because you decided to take bets and you lost. And our goal is to lose a whole lot less than we win. I want to help you win. I want to help you make some money. And if you're looking for a few of my plays in terms of for my specific Christmas Day angles, you got to join the Telegram because that's just going to give you more updates. I got to wait for the injury report. That ain't going to come out till Christmas Eve. I'll give you a few of my Christmas leans right now. I like the Knicks. They play really well at home. I don't know if I'll grab them on the money line. Depending on what the total is in that game, you might want to look at the under because the Knicks are very strong at home. They slow down the pace at home. Their defense is better at home. And look at the Knicks in this game against the 76ers. And now, the Lakers and Mavericks, this is going to be a game that's heavily contingent on the injury report. If the AD's not going, if LeBron's not going, then I'm really going to lean towards the Mavericks. The Mavericks really do a good job of getting their tempo and their speed in the play. And then this is a game where I think Luka, he shows out because he likes to show it on national television. So you might want to look at his points or some of his prop bets. The Bucks versus Celtics, this one can come down to the buzzer. This one could come down to the wire depending on who's playing. I lean towards the Bucks with this one just because the Celtics have not been as good with Robert Williams in the lineup. They're still trying to figure it out now that he's back. I think the Bucks, when healthy, are the best team in the league. So if Drew Holiday goes, if Javon Carter goes, if Wesley Matthews goes, if Chris Middleton goes, they got that firepower to continue to send some havoc on Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown's way. And then Giannis is going to do what Giannis does. So that's my first initial lean on that game. And then we got the Grizzlies versus the Warriors. If the Grizzlies, I think this is a game that you really want to look at the prop bets and even the over as well. I feel like these teams are going to be hyped and they're going to be incentivized, ready to go. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunity on Jaws props, Klay Thompson's props, alongside possibly the Grizzlies getting over, and they might even win this game outright on the money line. So that might be one thing for you to check out. And then the last game of the night, the Suns versus Nuggets, another game where you got to check the injury report because Devin Booker, we got to make sure that he's going. The Nuggets have been faced with injuries all year. We want to make sure that Michael Porter Jr. is going, Jamal Murray's going, Jokic is going. And if those guys are going, I'm going to lean towards the Nuggets at home. And I'm also, again, going to lean towards their team total over, especially in the first half. Depending on what the line is. The books have been pricing the Nuggets first half line a little bit low. If I can get it underneath 60 points, then I really like to see the over in that because these are two of the highest first half scoring teams in the league. And I think that doesn't change here. Just again, depending on who's playing. These are just few of the leans that I'm liking on Christmas Day in the NBA. Not official plays. Be sure to join the Telegram to see that. So this way I can do a little bit more research and I can help you out a little bit more. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Love to hear some of the Christmas games that you're taking or some of the tactics that you use around Christmas and holiday season. So this way you can stay profitable while hanging out with friends and family. And most importantly, making back some of that money that you spent on gifts. Doesn't it feel good to take one bet and be able to buy a new laptop or get one bet and be able to buy your girl some shoes or maybe go on a trip? Yeah. I know, it feels real good. And that's the point that we're trying to get you to if you've never been there, to take one bet and that can pay for entire Christmas. So I hope I was able to help you today. And most importantly, let's make some coin, let's make some money and dictate your fate today. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and let's get to it. New year, new you, new bankroll. Let's get to it and let's make some money.